Alessandro Giordano in the black.
Okay, gentlemen, first
Nathan
round.
Fletcher
You ready?
in the turquoise.
Stop.
And then we see that right hand immediately from Giordano and the leg kick. Fletcher trying to dive on the hips.
Hands are connected behind the back here, and you were saying that Giordano hasn't been tested much on the ground. Well, you better believe Fletcher's going to want to test him as much as he possibly can. And we know what Nathan Fletcher's game is. It's get to that back position. And yes, you know, he lost that title fight against Dominic Wooden, but I mean, Dominic had to play so strategically to get past Fletcher.
Yeah, I was talking to Nathan about that last week, and he said one of the big takeaways that he got from that fight is just to be more economical with his movement and his energy.
But you need a fight like that to show you what you need to work on in that regard, because so far he's been pretty much unstoppable and doing exactly what he wants to do. Beautiful right hand there.
Yeah, Fletcher happy to strike with Giordano as well. He's certainly not a one-note fighter. Looking at jab to the body there is Fletcher. Oh, 1-2 from Nathan Fletcher. And what a statement this would be from the former title contender if he were to knock out Giordano here.
That right hand is finding its mark every single time.
Giordano trying to fire back there. Good sprawl.
Nice shot from Fletcher. He's on a single leg. Giordano does a good job defending against it. Switch to a double.
Looking to link those hands. I believe he's got them.
Yeah, and as soon as Giordano hits the ground, what Fletcher's going to want to look, what he's going to be looking for is looking at Giordano turning away to try and stand back up. He's going to try and jump on that back straight away. And first round, it is so much easier to get to the back position, maintain the back position before you start getting super sweaty.
3 minutes left in the round, and that's a lot of action for 2 minutes. I thought we'd be nearer the end of the round than that. Good work from Giordano there to get out from underneath Nathan Fletcher on that cage. Both guys popping off the jabs there. Nice leg kick from Giordano. He has won one of his pro fights by a leg kick TKO, so something that Fletcher's going to want to keep an eye on maybe.
We see that red mark under the left eye of Giordano. Those three beautiful right hands from Fletcher.
Nice leg kick there, low on the calf.
Beautiful level change there. That was just fantastic. Very nicely defended though. But look at this. That first hook already coming through, that back leg being used to pull that leg open. And look, he's onto the back position now. And you've got to believe Giordano has been defending against this in training every single day, but still, can he stop it from happening? He's underneath side control now, and this is the thing. Up against the fence like this, either you turn in, you try and regain the legs, it's going to be very, very difficult to regain guard from here, or you try and turn away to stand back up, and that's exactly what Fletcher wants. He's just waiting in this position, ready to spring, launches attack to the back. The guard comes back in there. Interesting, nicely done back into the butterfly guard position. And not really much of a fight from Fletcher as that guard comes back in. Which is interesting. I mean, if you're going to try and strike from inside the guard position, then it makes sense. But if you're just going to try and grapple, which is what you're assuming Fletcher's going to try and do to get the submission, I'm surprised he allowed that so much. But now this is exactly where he wants to be. He's got that right hook in.
And this is where Fletcher feels that there's a serious disparity in technical ability.
Yeah, and he's looking to open up that left side of Giordano. He's trying to get that leg in. Giordano doing a great job of getting his hips and his back up against that fence to try and stop that left leg of Fletcher coming through. So far, he's doing a fantastic job of defending this. You've got a 2-on-1 on that right hand of Fletcher there. He's stopping the hands from being connected. But he's got to maintain that tightness with his left-hand side against the fence there. Try and turn back into his opponent. There you go. Nicely done. You see how he took that underhook before he stood up? That stops Fletcher from coming straight round to the back. Intelligent grappling defense here. I mean, Fletcher's still all over him, but very, very nice defensive work by the Italian.
Yeah, and a nice elbow on the break there, just giving Fletcher a little bit to think about. And another low leg kick from Giordano. Giordano trying to get those shots going. Good head movement there from Fletcher. Catches the kick. Nice elbow, I believe that was from Fletcher.
Very interesting first round there.
And Dan, you can see why these two young men are regarded among the best prospects in the UK and Italy.
Let's go.
You just think, oh, it hits the ground, it might be over, but we're seeing some things we haven't seen before here from Giordano, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, certainly not the case. This kid knows exactly what he's doing. And obviously, you know, you've got to be guessing that he is prepared heavily for the strongest weapon from Nathan Fletcher.
Fletcher's doing good work on the feet here as well. Nice 1-2 from the Italian. Nice level change there from Fletcher.
Beautiful level change, but very, very nice again. Find that left hand on the inside, trying to raise the level, does it successfully. He has that underhook on the left-hand side. That's going to stop Fletcher from coming straight round to the back position. Fletcher, I'm guessing he's going to probably drop down to a single or double or try and trip on the inside here. Not very many more options from this position. Trying to get the head on the inside.
Needs the body from Giordano. Fletcher trying to throw the knee up to the head on the left-hand side there.
Yeah, I think he's going to drop down. Oh, nicely done by, there we go, there's the drop. But again, defended very, very nicely. There's an overhook on that with that right arm from Giordano, an underhook on the left arm. He's going to try and fight that right arm on the inside there. But Fletcher very, very tight on this. Tries to shrug him off there and finds himself deep in a single leg position. But very, very solid base here, forcing Fletcher to back off a little bit, drop back down. He's taking a wide double leg position here. Hands aren't connected. He's trying to get those hands connected around the knees. He's reaching. He looks like he's just got those hands connected. And he manages to pick his opponent up and drop it down inside the closed guard here. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Nathan Fletcher's fans very happy with that, and the next gen corner also. Now it's time for Fletcher to look to put some points on the board here.
I don't think we've seen the closed guard of Giordano so far. He's taken a very, very tight position with the upper body here, but there's no real setup. It may look like his hands are positioned in a way that he thinks he's in a choke, but there's no choke in that position.
Fletcher posturing up to land some ground and pound here.
And this is it. Giordano turns his back as he tries to stand up out of this. That's where Fletcher's going to jump on him. But look how smart he does it. He turns a little bit to the side to get back to his knees, and then he immediately turns back in to face his opponent. Once again, Fletcher knows that on his near side, on the side away from the fence, he's able to slip that hook in very, very easily. What he's looking for is the harder hook to get. So that far side on Fletcher's right-hand side, this hook is going to come in no problem, but Giordano's doing such a great job of hiding that far side hook, the hard one to get. And if you just have one hook on the inside, the opponent can just turn to face towards you. Fletcher still aggressively fighting for this takedown now. Hands connected. Lots of energy on these takedown attempts, though. Giordano in a lucky position with the pad right there where he's able to frame with his elbow, stay on his feet.
Stamp of the foot there from Nathan Fletcher.
I think we're going to see more of the same. I think we're going to see Fletcher potentially drop back down. Drop back down for a single or double again at some point here.
They separate now. Let's see. Giordano can get to work with those strikes. He's got just over 70 seconds to do so. Oh, knee from the Italian.
Left hand by Fletcher.
Giordano does have one fight on the books already this year, so has been slightly more active than Fletcher.
A shoot from quite a distance, but I mean, Fletcher's fast with it.
Don't
You know how good Giordano's takedown defenses are.
Giordano just warned there for grabbing the cage. Fletcher does get the takedown, but
Yeah, when you see someone commit so heavily to a single underhook like you see Giordano's doing, it's probably because he's a little bit far gone on the actual defense, so he's going to try and use this to get a reversal, try and create some space and get back up there. But you don't want to be putting too much energy into something that isn't going to pay off for you. Into the closed guard position here. I mean, not a strong position. You see him again in that rear naked choke position there. It's slightly uncomfortable for Fletcher, but you'd be happy to let him wear himself out just holding that position real tight. Legs are open again.
Final 10 seconds of the round now.
A little bit of ground and pound the finish.
Yeah, looking for a few big shots there to close the round out.
Right back, no, right back. I'm sorry, towards the shot. Okay, third round, you ready? Let's go.
Third and final round here. They get to it straight away.
Oh, Giordano throwing down hard now. Oh, nice right hand from Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher's striking has looked very, very clean in this one. Yeah, that's the thing. He hasn't taken a massive time off in terms of being out of the gym.
Yeah.
So all he's been doing since we last saw him really is upgrading those skill sets. Right hand lands from Giordano there. A left to the body. Another right hand from the Italian. Takes a deep breath there. He's threatened with that jumping knee a couple of times now. Fletcher blocked that one. Good head movement from the Italian. Yeah, wasn't able to land the leg kick on that occasion.
Fletcher looks like he's slowing slightly. We've seen Fletcher shoot from distance on a lot of his takedown attempts. There he goes again. Looks like the hands are connected. We've seen this a very similar takedown multiple times from Fletcher. This time he finishes in top half guard. Now this is an interesting position. We've not seen Fletcher in top half guard. His opponent's back firmly on the ground here, flat on his back. You know, the legs are open. I wonder whether we're going to see Fletcher look to pass into the mount position and then maybe either work and strike or look to tie up a submission from mount. But you know, we can expect from what we know of Fletcher that he looks to try and open up that back position from there. So this is a great position with 3 minutes left, and again going back inside the closed guard. Very interesting, very interesting. I feel like in the first round, once again, when he got into side control and he allowed Giordano to get back into that full guard position or that butterfly guard position in the first round, Fletcher doesn't seem to be fighting too aggressively against the guard regain. He's trying to pass the half guard now, and the legs are quite open here. He's again, Giordano's looking to pass, so expect to see that right leg pop out from inside the legs there and try and make its way all the way around the far side of Giordano's back. But Giordano just doing such a great job of pushing up. There he goes. But again, Giordano's doing a great job of keeping his right-hand side in this case really firmly against the fence here to stop Fletcher from being able to get that second hook in. But this is about the best attempt that I think I've seen so far because Giordano just looks a little bit more tired from here.
We've seen Fletcher finish so many fights from this position. Of course, he beat the current champ, Michele Martiglione, by rear naked choke in the third round.
Full guard arm and guillotine from this position. I mean, the forearm looks nicely underneath the neck, but this is such a hard position to finish from. I just can't see it happening. I think, I feel, oh, I mean, this actually looks like it's on. I mean, this is definitely on for the positioning. And the legs are moving.
Fletcher, the head incredible scenes, and Fletcher has to go now.
I mean, as much as I want to see a guillotine finish, I don't want to eat my own words here, right? The closed guard is such a difficult position to finish the arm in guillotine from, but I think that really precise positioning with the forearm underneath the neck gave enough to force Fletcher to really have to defend rolling onto his back to do so. But eventually that head does pop out. Giordano not able to generate enough force from his position in order to finish. A minute left, and Fletcher still aggressively trying to fight for that back position there, but Giordano just doing a fantastic job of again keeping keeping the side of his body flush against that fence. I think if I was Fletcher, I'd be trying to create an angle there and drag my opponent away from the fence to give me a little opportunity to try and get that hook in.
Talking to each other in the cage now. Fletcher looking for some ground and pound, trying to find a way under that neck.
Yeah, you can see there that little bit of movement. Being closed up by the Italian. 25 seconds left. I don't think it's going to be enough time to get to where he needs to be if he's going to finish this. So I think it looks like it's going to go to a decision. But what an interesting back and forth. Very, very close fight here.
More as an amateur for Fletcher. He's not going to have time to add a fifth here. But what an interesting fight this has been down as Giordano again gets back to his feet.
Time.
And that was a very evenly contested bantamweight contest.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score this bout 29-28 in favour of your winner by way of unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Nathan Fletcher.
A hard-fought and well-earned victory for Nathan Fletcher. The young man from Next Generation is back on the title hunt here in Cage Warriors.